Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. Who's gonna talk about y'all? Fix me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What in the world? Hey, y'all. I must have hit the button. Hold on. Let me take this off. Lord, I done hit the button. Hold on. What's up? For those who don't remember what that screenshot is, that is the Just Us League. For those who don't remember. All right, you guys. Let's get into it. Oh, what's up? Happy Thursday, you guys. Happy Thursday. So we're going to jump right in because I want to get into, we have a lawsuit to get to today because y'all know Tracy, before I even had a chance to look good, baby Tracy had already sent me this indictment against the gambling situation down to the NBA. So let's get into what I want to get into today. But happy Thursday to everybody. I don't really have a lot of tribe. I don't have any what's the word I was looking for? What up, Cruiser? Now Cruiser done dropped down under her Cruiser 2. Somebody dropped Cruiser 2's link in the chat because baby, she been giving y'all that good church news these last couple of weeks. Now I ain't been saying nothing about what's going on down to the church house. I mean, I did get on Marvin Winans the other day, but I really ain't been talking too much about the good church news down to the but baby, they've been cutting up and Cruiser been covering over on Cruiser 2. So y'all, if y'all are interested in all the shenanigans and goings on over to the church, y'all going over there because Cruiser been cutting up over there, honey. Y'all check it out. But I don't have any church announcements. That's what I was trying to get out. I don't really have any church announcements today. There will be a members only live this weekend because I have some news I want to share with you guys. And we never did do our recap of the books in Bourbon. I did not forget that we never did our recap. Baby, y'all know I just been busy. I'm between work and going out of town and things have been happening. But I had some exciting things I want to share with you guys. And I definitely want us to talk about books and bourbon. We're going to do it in members only because I want to keep it with the members. Now, if you are not a member and you are but you went on the books and bourbon trip, I will give you the link so you can still get in the live because you were there. You know, you might not be a member, but you were there. So we're gonna have the conversation about you. I'll put the I'll share it so you guys can still come in if you weren't there. So that'll be a members only live at some point this weekend. I'm in town this weekend. I am in town this weekend. So it'll be sometime this weekend. I do have a Halloween party Saturday night. But we'll do the live. Okay. So that's really the only church announcements I have. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So yesterday, let me get to my timestamp so we be ready to rock and roll. Yesterday, I talked about the salt and pepper Spinderella situation and my synopsis. Okay, Chuck, I'll actually schedule it so that people can for the people who weren't, people who are not members can get in there. So I'll schedule it. It'll be sometime this weekend. I don't know right now because it's really going to depend on. I may do it right after I do the Beyond the Gates review tomorrow on Saturday. Excuse me. So I'll let you guys know because the Halloween situation, I'll probably leave my house around 4. Yeah. I'm not wearing no costume. What's Benji gonna be for Halloween? Yeah, I'm home this weekend, honey. I'm home this weekend. What's Benji's costume? He could be the cop. He could. What could Benji be? What could Benji be? We have a books and bourbon recap. We having drinks. I think that meant to say drinks. Wear a mask. Can I pull out the vodka cran grape, Tracy? And where is Tawanda? I need to get you your liquor, girl. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I ain't been in town, but we're gonna get it to you. All right, let's get right get into it though. So yesterday we were talking about the Spinderella, the Salt and Spinderella situation, and I did not know that Spinderella was gonna be on Funky Dineva's live yesterday. So one of my subscribers disagreed with my opinion on the video with Salt, with Spinderella, Salt and Pepper. I mean, with Spinderella and Salt. And basically said, well, Spinderella was on Funky Dineva's, and she said that the money has not been settled and things are not good. So I said, well, that wasn't the impression that I got out of that video. She said, and that wasn't a video, that was just a picture. It was a video. I saw the video. I only took a screenshot of the video to show y'all, but it was a video that they did. And I read you the caption under the video. So I said, well, let me go over here and look at the interview with Spinderella because I wanted to see, because listen, y'all know me. If I'm wrong, I'll come down here and tell y'all, okay, man, I misunderstood. Now, the clip is like a 28-minute clip. And so I watched the whole thing and I said, I didn't get what you got from that. So I'm going to play a little bit of the clip where she addresses the money. And I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to tell you what I interpreted. And y'all tell me in the chat what your interpretation is, okay? So it's not a long clip. Funky, don't flag me. It's only like maybe a minute. But I want y'all to hear what she said. And then I'm going to tell you what I understood it to be. And y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? Okay.
God, can you tell us about that magical moment? Because now, I'm a Creed person too. I love Creed. Creed was actually
Spring Flower. Check Spring Flower.
Spring
it's
Flower
like
Creed.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So they talking about the perfume.
So Spin, we would be remiss, and we're not going to get into the drama of it all, but recently we saw you and Salt hugging, and y'all were at an event. And I was like, oh my God. Can you tell us about that magical moment? Because it was magical for all of us.
It was. I could imagine because we're not gonna go too deep, but back then it was ugly. It got very, very ugly. For us. Mm-hmm. So we have a almost 40 years relationship. Mm-hmm. You know somebody that long.
Yeah.
You know the ins and outs of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this last run, which got very ugly for whatever reason, took us out. Mm-hmm. It took us out. Mm-hmm. As a unit and personally, I believe. That's just my opinion of it. Mm-hmm. And people got to see the ugly side of it, of what our relationship dynamic is. Mm-hmm. And my whole thing was fighting for my respect within the group, fighting for my just fighting, for value, to be valued properly. Because I don't know if it's a thing about the DJ, the separation. Sometimes it's the separation of the MC and the DJ, and the DJ is kind of always in the back, so nobody really sees that. But we fought, and we fought hard in the public, but we eventually, I knew this was going to come to this point where we would have to circle back. So I just refrained and contained myself and dealt with whatever the issues were. And I wasn't throwing the way I wanted to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I the bottom line is we got a chance to come together, and I finally got my apology from both of them, separate. My relationship with both of them is there, but we're a work in progress.
So you can, okay, it's still a little bit more, but I want to pause for a second. You can tell she's being very careful with her words, right? She said it got very ugly. It went really deep. We're circling back around. She said it's a work in progress, but I got my apology from both of them. So in my mind, we're moving forward, right? We're moving forward. Now let me let y'all hear the rest of it. There's only a little bit more left. Let me hear y'all let y'all hear a little more.
It was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. Were you correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a funeral that you guys were attending, correct?
No, that shout out to my girl Pep. She just lost her mom like 3 days ago. Okay. Her mother passed away. Okay. We were Salt and I and Pep was supposed to do a press day for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Gotcha, because
we're getting inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next month. Okay. And
congratulations, much overdue. You guys deserve it.
Thank you. And Salt and Pep couldn't make it, so me and Salt, which was I'm talking about anxiety for me, coming together. Just me and her coming together. It was beautiful. What I needed to do was feel comfortable in that space with her, and we both let our guards down, and we did, and we got to talk a little bit, and we got to laugh, and we got to reminisce a little bit.
Love it.
And before that, she did reach out to me and call me and apologize for her part and what was played and all of that. But that's all I wanted. I just needed that validation. But it felt really good to laugh with her and talk with her, and we got to reminisce when we were doing the interviews and stuff, talking about old times and stuff. So it came full circle. But the good news is the doors are open, and for Salt and Pepper and Spinderella to take their space and their place in history of hip hop, in history of music, the door is open for us to do this again.
I love it. And the beautiful thing is that. Coming off the heels of being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I know that it's going to create a space where people want to book you guys as a collective group. I know it's premature, but do you think there's a world where we are going to see y'all as a trio back on the road, rocking the microphone? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Okay, now there's one last part I want y'all to hear. But again, what I'm hearing is she said, listen, it felt good. We talked, we reminisced, we laughed, we smiled. The doors open for us to go on tour again. The doors open for us to make music together again. So these are all the things that I'm hearing, but I'm going to let y'all let this last part, because I think this is the part the person was talking about. It's this last part, and it's up to people's interpretation. I'm going to let y'all hear it, and I'm going to tell y'all what my interpretation is, okay?
Yes. The answer is yes. We already have been talking about our first show. So we are performing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So that'll be the first. Well, we did perform at the Essence of Self, and we're gonna just take it back. It's gonna be that magic again.
I love it. And Spin, it always sucks when business sometimes gets in the way of family and friend relationships, and it always sucks. But I think that true family, love, and friendship will always kind of find a way to rebound itself. And I'm glad that emotionally that you were able to be made whole emotionally. And I'm just going to say this. I hope, with this new coming of this group, that you'll be made whole financially one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let me just end this right here.
Okay.
There is no more moving ahead without that part.
Okay.
That's the respect. That's like
so
bottom line. Everyone has to back.
So when she said, boom, there's no moving ahead without that part, the money part, y'all can interpret that how y'all want to interpret it. But based on everything that led up to her saying that, the way I interpreted that was, moving forward, I won't make the mistakes that I made in the past. And before we agree to anything, before there's any show, tour, whatever, I'm going to make sure the money's right, so we don't end up in that space again. Now, that's what I heard. I didn't hear that they still ain't good. I didn't hear that they still fighting over money, because remember, I told y'all that lawsuit has been settled. It's over. Okay, so whatever the settlement was, Spin walked away with whatever the settlement was. The lawsuit was settled. So she sued them for money. She got whatever she got. We don't know, because it was settled, and they moved forward. What I heard was, yes, it took us a long time to get to where we are now. We're talking again. We're going to perform together. I am going to be at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And moving forward, I won't make the same mistake I made before. I'm older now. I'm smarter now. I know what it looks like. So I didn't understand what the person was saying when they were like, they ain't good. And I'm thinking, this woman sat there. Y'all heard how long that was. And I mean, part of it is because I think she was trying to be very careful in her words. But she was even telling people to go buy Salt's new music. She has a new song out. And she was like, y'all go stream it. Y'all go support it. I didn't hear any nasty in anything she said. I didn't hear any animosity. So sometimes I think that y'all just want to hear what y'all want to hear. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a nice way of saying that. But I think sometimes y'all just want to be mad at people, or y'all want to be mad about something. So y'all just hear what y'all want to hear. Like, at the end of the day, I get it. I was Team Spin. If y'all go back in my archives, I reviewed the reality show. She also said she wasn't doing a reality show again, because she feels like the reality show is what got them in that space they were in. But moving on, she said, I reviewed the reality show, right? I heard both sides of the argument. I was Team Spin. I understood where they were coming from, but I was definitely Team Spin, right? But the flip side of it is they are on the other side. And sometimes I think, like I said the other day, I can't be more mad than you are. If Spin is good and she's moving forward and she's agreeing to perform with them, anyway, moving right along. So I just thought I would bring that, since she did go on Funky Dineva and actually spoke on it. I just thought I would bring that to you guys. Go watch the full clip over on Funky Dineva's channel. The interview was like 30 minutes, and it was a really good 30 minutes. It really was. He did a really good job with that. You could tell that he was a fan. He was being very respectful in how he spoke about all parties involved. He didn't do his Funky Dineva thing where he just tried to say something crazy. It was actually a really good conversation. I would like to see him do more of those types of interviews, right? But it was really good. Okay. Exactly. That's all I heard too, Ravine. I only heard positivity. But anyway, moving right along. So yesterday, and y'all know I didn't go live over here on ReallyBTV yesterday. So I didn't really get a chance to get into the Wendy of it all. So I'm gonna just read you this article from Us Weekly. I was gonna see if Tracy could pull it, but we're just gonna read you this article, child, because by now y'all have all heard it. We're just gonna read through this article real quick. So Wendy Osefo has accused the police of an illegal arrest over fraud charges. Now I'm gonna say this. First of all, some of this is just legal maneuvering, right? She has to develop some sort of a defense. She has to come up with something, right? So y'all know what this is. We're going to throw something at the wall and see if something sticks. So let me read y'all what Wendy is saying. I just find it very ironic, but I'm going to talk about the irony of it in a second. Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osefo is claiming she is the victim of an illegal arrest as she fights her fraud charges in court. On October the 17th, Osefo's lawyer filed court docs as part of her criminal case in Maryland. The reality star demanded all charges be dismissed due to alleged defects in the charging document. So that sounds like a technicality. Maybe somebody didn't spell her name right. Maybe somebody didn't cross a T or dot an I. Okay, it doesn't sound like you saying you ain't do it. It's saying that y'all didn't spell my middle name right in this paperwork, so therefore it ain't me. In addition, Osefo demanded all evidence be suppressed because of an unlawful search or seizure. The Bravo Star also asked for all wire and verbal communications to be suppressed because of an unlawful interception. In the filing, Osefo's lawyer claimed his client was illegally arrested. The Reality Stars Council said all admissions, statements, or confessions should not be allowed as evidence because they were unlawfully obtained. So it sounds like when Wendy got arrested, she was talking, which, girl, you were married to an attorney. Well, you are married to an attorney. It sounded like Wendy was talking when the people arrested her. When the people came knocking at her door, it sounded like she was talking. Because now her lawyer's saying, but the arrest was illegal, so anything she said should be suppressed. That's what it sounds like. The Reality Stars legal team told us weekly the motions that were filed by our legal team are standard motions that are filed in every criminal case in Maryland. See, these motions are intended to prompt hold on. I lost my place now. Tended to prompt, prosecutors to produce evidence pursuant to the Maryland rules. It is routine to file these motions at the outset of every case to preserve evidence and assert our client's rights, though not every component is applicable to every case. So in other words, baby, this is what we do. Like this is our normal thing. This is the normal thing that we do, okay? Osefo and her husband, when Eddie, were arrested, yada, 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 boo, 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 boom, boom, boom. Okay, that was pretty much it. Okay. In a separate filing, Wendy's lawyer demanded the prosecutors turn over any alleged evidence they possess. She demanded a list of all witnesses, and prosecutors plan to call in any polygraph results of witness questioned by law enforcement. Wendy also wanted to know if the prosecution had any confidential informants who worked on the investigation and asked for copies of all official police reports. So who you think was snitching, Wendy? Wendy, who you think was snitching? Confidential informant. Girl, who you think snitched on you? I find it interesting that you think you have a confidential informant. Girl, they have the audio tapes from the interviews that you did with the insurance company. They have the police report. Like, girl, who you thought was informant? Now, this is interesting right here. Eddie does not have a lawyer listed in this case as of yet. Eddie, why you don't have no attorney, sir? Why you ain't had nobody go down to the courthouse and say you the attorney of record for Eddie Osefo? I understand why you and Wendy might want to have different lawyers, but why you don't have no lawyer, Eddie? I mean, and then there was a blind item. Now, y'all know I usually don't get into these blind items because usually it's too much. It's too much espionage, okay, for me to be trying to figure out who they're talking about. But this blind item was pretty clear. This blind item spoke about a housewife who recently was been arrested and saying that the housewife gonna throw her husband under the bus. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There is a world where I could see somebody throwing Eddie under the bus, because if we go back to the indictment, in the indictment, Eddie was the one that they have on audio talking to the insurance companies. That was Eddie. They didn't say nothing about Wendy talking to the insurance companies. They said Eddie was the one that they have on tape talking to the insurance companies. Also, in that indictment, Eddie was the one in those emails. Eddie was the one that emailed Wendy and said, we don't have anything else we can add to this claim. I'm trying to maximize our claim. Our insurance is for $450,000, and I'm trying to maximize our claim. That was Eddie talking to Wendy in an email, which I still don't understand why they was emailing each other and they live in the same damn house. But that's neither here nor there. That is not my business. I ain't saying that Wendy is going to throw him under the bus, but I could see a world. If they both signed the client form, if they both signed the claims forms, they're both in trouble. I understand that, but remember, wasn't that Erica Jane's defense? And I mean, it didn't work, but wasn't that Erica's defense? I just signed. I mean, he was the husband, he was the head of the house, he handled all the business. I just signed the paperwork. I mean, and again, I'm not saying it'll work. I'm not even saying that she'll do it. I'm just saying I could see a world. I'm just saying I could see a world where Wendy, because I'm gonna be honest, I found it curious that they were emailing each other. How y'all living in the same house emailing each other? Listen, I don't even like emailing people I work with. I would much rather talk to the people. I don't even like, and I know I'm just one person, but Don said they both signed it, honey. Don said they both signed it. Well. Didn't the judge try to give Teresa an out, but she refused? No, what the judge tried to get Teresa to do was tell the damn truth. The judge kept sending back on her bankruptcy paperwork. Teresa kept not putting stuff on her bankruptcy paperwork. She wasn't declaring all of her income. She wasn't declaring everything. And the judge kept sending it back saying, don't you think you need to add something? Don't you think you forgot something? And Teresa kept sending the shit back to the court and not having everything on there. And so the judge was finally like, look, I tried to help you. I really tried to help you. I didn't want to put you in jail because you're a mama and you got young kids. But girl, that's what happened with that child. Not me and Eddie will be on Love After Lockup. Quake! Quake. Listen. All right. So that's the update on that. Now, right before I went live, I saw something. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay. All right. Hold on. Somebody just told me to check my Got it. Somebody actually put that on. Somebody put it in the chat that okay. I got it. All right. Thank you, boo. All right. Now, right before I went live, somebody done dropped this down to the social media. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all and tell y'all I'm going to call bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to call bullshit. Because it's way too convenient and it's way too silly and basic. But allegedly, somebody then dropped the alleged contract between Stacey and TJ. That's what it looks like. That is the alleged contract between Stacey and TJ. Now I'm going to read y'all what this alleged contract says. Bravo and Cocktail said that Stacey and TJ's alleged contract landed in my DMs. The source swears that this is the contract. It seems insane to me. Well, it seems insane to me as well. But let me read y'all what allegedly this contract says. It says, first of all, at the top, it says RHOP contract. That's the first thing that made me be like, RHOP contract. That just seems so whatever. One, it says, I, Stacey D. Rush, willingly entered this agreement with Thomas Anthony Jones Jr. as an equal partner and cast member of Bravo TV's Real Housewives of Potomac, in parentheses, RHOP, produced by Truly Original LLC and NBC Universal Media LLC. First of all, Stacey can't enter into a contract with you and make you a cast member of nothing. She doesn't have the authority. She doesn't have the authority to do that. She can't make you anything. So the language in this already, and again, I'm nobody's attorney. I'm just saying from my opinion, the language in this already don't make any sense. As an equal partner and cast member, she can't make you a cast member. But let me keep reading. I agree that Thomas Anthony Jones Jr. is entitled to 50% of my total salary earned as compensation for my appearance for the 2024 season as a cast member, and each season I appear as a cast member of RHOP thereafter. Again, she can't make you a cast member, sir. So again, there's no authority in this contract. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have the authority to say you are now a cast member and I'm going to compensate you. That's not even. Then it says this contract shall automatically renew each season and remain in effect until my employment as a cast member of RHOP ends or a mutually agreed upon time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They don't even make. First of all, absolutely not. And let's walk down the road, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ease on down the road. Let's walk down this road. Even if we believe it, y'all. Let's hold on, Don. Walk with me. Don, walk with me. Hold my hand. Take my hand. Walk with me. Walk with me, Don. Even if we believe it, let's walk down the road. Let's walk down the road like we believe this. Even if we believe this, it still does not confirm that was for him to pretend to be her boyfriend. It's not in there. It says to appear with her. That doesn't mean she paid me to be her boyfriend. That means that she paid you to be on the show with her. If we believe it, if we accept that as a fact, it still doesn't confirm your version of the story. That, oh, well, she was paying me to be her boyfriend. You want me to draw a conclusion off that bullshit? If anyone signed that insane contract, they need their brain cells examined. Exactly. Now, let's be clear. I don't know if Stacey signed that or not. I don't believe it. It's bullshit. And if she did, both of them are dumb. But the other thing I want to say about this as well, is we all know that first year housewives don't make that much money unless they are bringing a name and they have something to negotiate. For example, Rachel Zoe over on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she's coming back. She probably could negotiate a decent salary because one, she is a name. Two, she already has a relationship with Bravo. She's already had shows on the network and stuff like that. So she probably was able to sit down at the table and negotiate something. Child, didn't nobody know who Stacey was. Stacey was probably making what, maybe $100,000 to $150,000 her first season, maybe 200. I don't know, but let's be clear, it wasn't no serious money like that. Was she gonna split it with him? You would have been better off saying she was gonna pay me a set amount to appear with her. I might have believed some of that, but she said she's gonna pay me $100,000 to appear with her on the season 9 of Real Housewives of Potomac. But 50% cast member, come on now. So I'm nobody's attorney. I ain't been to court. Avita Esquire is in the chat. I'm gonna read what she gonna say for a second, but I don't mean no harm. But I feel like, based on my limited law degree that I got from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College, I don't even feel like, if this is real, that this wouldn't hold up in a court of law, because there's no authority there. Stacey cannot make you a cast member. She doesn't have the authority to do that. She can allow you to film with her, but she cannot make you a cast member. She doesn't have that authority. Now, again, y'all know ain't nobody's law degree. I mean, nobody. It says, I do believe Stacey set up the fake storyline with TJ, her husband divorcing. Everything about her was fake, and she should be tossed out like Mia. Oh, my. Okay. Yeah, first-year wives don't make anything unless they have a name, unless they're bringing something. But you, Stacey, does anybody know who you were? Stacey don't even know who you are. I mean, like, first of all, who watches QVC? I mean, I know that people watch QVC, but who? What is QVC's demographic? I promise you it's not the same people that watch the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm just saying. Now, Lil Birdie just told me, Tracy said, what did Lil Birdie say? A little birdie just whispered in my ear that word on the streets is Wendy thinks that Curran snitched on her. And some of y'all was saying that in the chat. That's why I said that, because some of y'all was saying that in the chat. But word on the streets is that Wendy think Curran snitched. But here's what I'm going to say about that. In order for you to think that Karen snitched, that mean that Karen know you did it. Like, I don't understand. Like, what would Karen have to tell the authorities about you if there wasn't something to tell the authorities about you? You see what I'm saying? Like Tracy can't snitch on me because it ain't nothing to snitch on. For you to think that Karen is the one that snitched on you would tell me that you done told Karen that you think she could use against you, that she would be able to take to court. And if Karen did snitch on you, she snitched on you after she got out of jail? I don't know. I mean, Karen is definitely, listen, my only thing is this. If I think somebody snitched on me, then that means I think that person has something to, like, that means if me and Tracy stole a bottle of liquor from Bro Brothers, right? We and her stole a bottle of liquor. Nobody knew that we took it but me and her. And I get an invoice from Bro Brothers saying, hey, we noticed that, there was an extra bottle missing and we think you took it. You need to pay for it, or we're going to make this a police matter. I would be side-eyeing Tracy, because I'd be like, the only person that knew I took that damn bottle of liquor was Tracy. You see what I'm saying? For you to just pull Karen out the sky just because maybe you and her aren't getting along right now, what that says to me is, Karen has some information on you. Like, that's how I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking. Now, I could be wrong. Stole it and sent it to El Tay. Did El Tay get his bottle? Yeah, I talked to him. He ain't say nothing about the liquor. Did he get it? But it's just weird to me, y'all. For people to for her to automatically go to Karen, that just makes me think, again, Wendy, you talking to, well, she just said that's just the rumors on the street. That just makes me feel like Karen has something to tell the police. But anyway, that's it. And how would Karen know? They got emails and recorded phone calls. What are these people talking about? Right. He did get it. Oh, okay. Oh, he did. I didn't watch his show today. Well, obviously, I did watch his show today. So he got. I'll have to go back and look and see what his reaction and stuff when he got it. Right, Bap. I don't even see why the police would need an informant. Like, they have your actual voice on a phone call talking to the insurance company. They have emails from your email account to your wife's email account. They have the police who've been doing this for a very long time questioning what happened. Like, I don't think they needed an informant. And the people said on the press conference that they suspected that it was bullshit the minute they showed up at your house. The police said the minute they got to your house, they suspected that this was some bullshit. Some bullshit. Anyway. If Kern had told everything without cooperation, there would have been no arrest. Exactly, Avita. That's what I say. All right, y'all. We get ready to transition into this NBA situation, baby. We about to talk about what's going on down to the NBA. But before we do that, yeah, I mean, again, that was just a rumor, y'all. I'm not saying Wendy said that. I'm just saying it was a rumor. All right, well, before we do that, let's cleanse our palate. Let's get ready to move into the next section.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Don said, oh, good. Y'all, my classroom has been so cold. I ordered a space heater because they have not turned the heat on yet. Now, watch they go turn the heat on this weekend now that I don't order this damn heater. My classroom has been so cold. Why? So I ordered the heater. I just got the alert saying it should be here by the morning. They're gonna deliver it. They said by 8 o'clock. I'm hoping it'll be here before 8 because I leave the house around 7:20, 7:30. I'm hoping it'll be on my doorstep so I can pick it up and keep moving. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. So Don is here, y'all. It's time to close the doors. Again, it's 197 of y'all in the chat. Can we please get to 150 likes? I appreciate you. If you want to, and thank you, the informant. I said the informant. Thank you, the informant, for your Cash App the other day. Thank you, Hibiscus Rose, for your Cash App the other day. I apologize that I didn't. Sometimes I don't see it because my phone's not on. So I don't. Let me turn my phone on in case somebody want to bless me. I can thank them in real time. Let me turn my. Okay, in case somebody want to bless the Cash App. I'll know in real time that they done blessed the Cash App. But if you want to make a donation to the platform, you guys know that you can. Y'all know that donations are not required, but they are appreciated. Okay. So today, the number for today is 720. So if you want to donate $7.20, $17.20, $27.20, $70.20. And one day, Chuck is gonna bless me with $700.20. My God. Okay. But again, if you guys want to, you can, but you know, y'all don't have to. But if you could please hit that like button, it's free 99. It's 200 of y'all in here now. Can we get to 150 likes, please? It's free 99. Appreciate you. All right. So let's get into this. So I woke up this morning and I saw that now, mind you, the NBA just started their season yesterday or Tuesday, either yesterday or Tuesday. I think it was yesterday. They just started their new season, honey. And I tiptoed over to the Instagram first thing this morning, and baby, I saw that the people then got arrested. Okay, there were 3 NBA players that got arrested. So let me read y'all just a quick overview of what happened, and then we're gonna get into this good indictment because you know the indictment gets into the nit and gritty of it. When you first thought it was fake. Well, when I first saw it, I thought it was like an isolated situation. I was like, here these dummies go again. But then I kept seeing people kept getting arrested. I said, oh. And then Gilbert Arenas now we know that Gilbert Arenas is a troll. I don't know how much of it is trolling and how much of it is real, but we about to find out in a second. Okay. So let me read y'all a little bit of this, honey. I'm going to just read y'all a little bit of this. The FBI secured multiple indictments for more than 30 people related to their alleged role in an explosive gambling scandal that has rocked the NBA. Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups, and I love me some Chauncey Billups because he used to play for the Detroit Pistons, and I was a Pistons fan for a long time. I loved me some Chauncey Billups. Anyway, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former NBA player Damon Jones all were arrested as part of the investigation, which involved extensive illegal gambling rings. FBI Director Kash Patel said during a news conference Thursday. So, listen. We're going to get into this indictment. What up? Look who dropping them crowns in the chat. Hey, King Payne. I ain't seen you in a while, boo. Hi. How are you, my love? Now, listen. Gilbert Arenas, and like I said, we know he's a troll, but I'm going to show y'all what Gilbert Arenas said. Now, y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, Gilbert Arenas was also arrested and indicted for running an illegal gambling ring. Remember, they said that allegedly he was renting out Airbnbs and he was letting the people gamble, playing poker and stuff during the Panorama down to his house, okay? Down to the Airbnbs. Baby, Gilbert Arenas then posted this on his official Twitter account. It says, it's him holding a bag that says informant lunch. Okay. And it says, got that informant lunch special this morning, hashtag Agent Zero, which is, of course, his nickname. Now, I don't know if he's trying to say that he snitched on the people, that he informed on the people. I guess I feel like he's trying to tell us that he Nino Brown this. Right. And he's definitely a clown and he's definitely a troll. So whether he's just clowning or whether he's serious, but y'all remember when he first got out of jail, when he posted his bond, remember he said that he was snitching. He said he was snitching. Now, I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if he got anything to do with this. But baby, when he got arrested, he said he was going to snitch. Now, I don't know if he did or not. But let's get into this good indictment. Let me share the screen, honey, so y'all can... Oh, I always think this mouse is hooked up and it's never hooked up because it's the mouse for the other computer. Let me share the screen. And like I said, shout out to Tracy because, baby, she had this thing in my email before I even got to work good this morning. Is it raining outside? What's that noise? All right. All right, so we're going to read this introduction, and then y'all know we're just going to get to the charges because y'all know y'all don't care about all that other stuff. Pam did a really good breakdown. Y'all know Pam, the law intellect, she gives a good legal breakdown. She can explain what the different things mean and why the attorneys worded it the way they worded it and all that good stuff. So y'all want that good legal breakdown, y'all know where to find it. Y'all get over there to my girl Pam's page because she gives y'all the good. Y'all know I can't give y'all that because I got my law degree from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College. I can't give y'all that good. Okay, she can give y'all that good. Y'all go over there and get that good from her. But let's read through this, okay? The grand jury charges, beginning in at least 2019, the defendants and their co-conspirators engaged in a complex fraud scheme to rig or cheat at illegal poker games in the Eastern District of New York and throughout the United States. Now, listen, we know that Gilbert Arenas was connected to the poker. So, I don't know. Maybe Gilbert Arenas does have something to do with this, y'all. We know. I'm going to just keep reading. The defendants and their co-conspirators carried out a rigged poker scheme by manipulating certain poker games at otherwise non-rigged or straight illegal poker games, including weekly poker games occurring at locations on Washington Place, Lexington Avenue in Manhattan, New York. The Washington Place game and Lexington Avenue game were on record with and operated with express permission and approval of members and associates of certain organized crime. Wait, the Mafia? certain organized crime families of La Cosa Nostra. Baby, didn't they say that man that Gilbert Arenas was dealing with was allegedly part of the Russian mafia? Oh my. Okay, let's keep reading, honey. Let's keep reading. Oh. Who provided support and protection for the gangs and collected old debts from the gangs in exchange for a portion of the illegal gambling proceeds. Notice they said that they collected the debts. Y'all know how the mob be collecting the debts, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Victims of the rigor poker schemes believed that they were participants in straight illegal poker games and that they were gambling against other participants on equal footing. In reality, however, the defendants and their co-conspirators who constituted the remaining participants purportedly playing in the poker games worked together on cheating teams, collectively the cheating teams, that used advanced wireless technologies to read the cards dealt in each poker hand and relay that information to the defendants and co-conspirators participating in the illegal poker game. This sounds like something out of a movie. So they had wireless devices where they would see the cards and then send messages to the people playing to know what the other people had in their hand. Baby, this sounds like a movie. This sounds like some Ocean's 23 type shit. The defendants and their co-conspirators then bet accordingly to ensure that the unsuspecting victims lost money. Through the rigged poker scheme, the defendants and their co-conspirators defrauded victims of millions of dollars. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I wasn't ready. Look, y'all know I don't read these things in advance sometimes because I want y'all to get my real reaction. Baby, I wasn't ready for the mob and the wireless device. I wasn't ready. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Wow. Okay. Wow. Whew. Okay. The defendants are as follows. Ernest Aleo, allegedly a member of the Bonanno crime family. Nelson Alvarez, known as Spanish G. Louis Apacila, known as Lou App. Amar Awadi, known as Flapper Poker. What the fuck? Who gave? He's an associate of the Gambino crime family, allegedly. Saul Belcher. Chauncey Billups. He was a member of one of the cheating teams, allegedly. Chauncey Billups was the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers until this morning. Matthew Dadino, known as Maddie, the wrestler. They're allegedly a part of the Genovese. Y'all just got all the 5 families in this? Y'all just got all the 5 families involved in this. We had the Bonanno, the Javis, the Gambino, just all y'all. Eric Ernest, also known as Spook. You need to go to jail because you was letting people call you Spook. You need police. You let them people call you Spook. Lee Farmer, Gambino, John Gallo, Marco Garzone, Thomas Garado, they called him Juice, allegedly part of the Bonanno crime family, and an associate of Genovese family. So you just switching teams. Jamie Gillett, Tony Goodson, Kenny Hahn, Shane Heenan. They called him Sugar. Osman Hati, they called him the Albanian Bruce or Big Bruce. He probably weigh $105 soaking wet. When people have names like Big Bruce, they probably skinny. Horatio Hu, they called him H. Zen Hu, also known as Jonathan Chan or Jonathan Hu, or Scarulli or Stanley. He had a lot of aliases. Damon Jones, they call him D. Joseph Lonnie, allegedly from a captain in the Gambino crime family. John Mazzola, also known as John South. Curtis Meeks, known as Kurt. Nicholas Minucci, allegedly the Gambinos. Michael Renzulli. Angelo, I'm just Gambino family. Anthony, I'm just going to call you Anthony. They call him Doc. Robert Stroud, they call him Black Rob. They just call him Black Rob. And these people are from all over the country. Kentucky, Missouri, Oregon, New York, Georgia. My gosh. Seth Trustman, allegedly of the Lucchese crime family. Baby, they got all 5 families. Sophia Wee. Oh, they got Pookie. Her name. Ain't it always a Pookie? Ain't it always a Pookie? Sophia is the Pookie in this group. Or Julius Zulani, known as Jay. Y'all, this is a mess. Luke Casey, thank you. Baby, this is a mess. Thank you, Luke Casey. Thank y'all. Yeah. Y'all, this is a whole mess. All right, let me read through this. Wow. The defendants, I'm not going to go through them names again. Just know it was a couple of the defendants. Together with others, organized and participated in rigged games, also known as square illegal poker games at various locations in New York City, including the Washington Palace game and Lexington Avenue. Okay. Some more of the defendants together with others supplied the defendants in their co-conspirators in the scheme with cheating technology. On numerous occasions, certain defendants and their co-conspirators invited the victims, who were often wealthy, to the rigged games. To attract the victims, in some instances, well-known former professional athletes participated in the rigged poker scheme and were referred to as face cards. The face cards were members of the cheating teams and received a portion of the criminal proceeds in exchange for their participation in the scheme. Defendants Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, both of whom are former professional basketball players, were face cards and were members of the cheating teams. At the rigged games, the members of the cheating teams, included defendants and co-conspirators, used card shuffling machines that were purportedly randomly shuffling the playing cards to ensure fairness. However, the rigged shuffling machines were secretly altered to use concealed technology to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information via interstate wires to an off-site operator. The operator then communicated that information by cellular telephone to a member of the cheating team. Seated at the rigged game poker tables, referred to as the quarterback or the driver, who used secret signaling to share the information with the other members of the cheating teams playing in the rigged games. So I have a question. Y'all know, as I'm reading, I think of these things. I have a question. So do you have to go to a class to learn the signals? Do you have to take a quiz before they put you in the game? Do you have to do you have to watch a YouTube tutorial on all of the different signals? Like this is crazy. Do you hear how organized this was? They got relays and signals, and baby, this was a lot. This was a lot. And the cheating team used the information to form the quarterback to defraud the victims who believed they were playing straight illegal poker games. So they thought they knew they were at an illegal poker game, but they thought it was a legit illegal poker game. Oh, okay then. At times, the defendants also utilized other cheating technologies, such as electronic poker chip trays that could secretly read cards placed on the poker table, card analyzers that utilize technology loaded onto decoy cellular telephones that could, I'm not going to play with that word, detect which cards were on the table, and playing cards that had markers visible only to individuals wearing specifically designed contact lenses or contact lenses. They was wearing special contact lenses. Right. I was thinking the same thing, Nubian, a legit illegal poker game. Right. Bab, it's funny to me. I mean, I'm sorry for the people that lost all their money, but it was funny to me. The house does always win, Nay. And in my mind, listen. This is gonna sound mean when I say this. But you knew you were participating in an illegal game. So I mean, baby, this was some crazy stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. With respect to poker games that were held in New York City area, members and associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and y'all said Genovese, which I just tell me how to say it, crime families use threats, intimidation to assure payment of debts from the games and the Square illegal poker game organized by the defendants and their co-conspirators, as well to protect games from competition. Oh, so you ain't want nobody else getting in on this illegal territory, okay? And other potential threats. In exchange, members and associates of the five families received portions of the proceeds from the rigged games. Wow. To conceal the nature and extent of the rigged poker scheme, as well as the proceeds from the Square poker games, the defendants and their co-conspirators laundered their criminal proceedings through companies and third parties. Wow. The defendant and his associates and entities laundered the proceeds from rigged games and in exchange received payments from victims of the rigged games, such as cryptocurrency. Wow. Through wire transfers and other means. For a fee, they converted the cash for the defendants. Wow. So, baby, they got you coming and going. If you won, they took a percentage because they laundered the money for you. If you got paid for helping them cheat, they took a percentage because they laundered the money for you. Baby, they had this thing. Yeah, somebody said that's what organized crime is. Baby, they had this thing organized. Baby, they got you coming and going. For example, in furtherance of the rigged poker scheme, in or around April of 2019, several of the defendants participated in rigged games in Las Vegas, Nevada, at which they defrauded victims of at least $50,000. The defendants, Chauncey Billups, Eric Ernest, Jim, again, these other people, organized and participated in these rigged games using a rigged shuffling machine supplied by Stroud. In another example, in or around June and July of 2023, several of the defendants participated in rigged games at the Lexington Avenue game, at which they defrauded John Doe number one, John Doe number one, of approximately $1.8 million. Bitch. $1.8 million. Bitch. The defendant, Anthony Schneiderman, and his co-conspirators laundered at least $100,000 of the criminal proceeds from the games involving John Doe number one. As another example, in or about June 2023, several of the defendants participated in rigged games in East Hampton, New York, at which they defrauded John Doe number two and John Doe number three, individuals whose identities are known to the grand jury, of at least $46,500 and $105,000 respectfully. Ain't nothing respectful about this shit. John Doe number two and John Doe number three, that they were defrauded of that amount using rigged shuffling machines. And then Schneiderman laundered the criminal proceeds of the rigged games. Another example, September 2024, several of the defendants participated in rigged games in Miami, at which they defrauded John Doe number four of at least $60,000. And then Anthony laundered the money for, baby, Anthony was making money off of all of these people. Overall, from approximately April of 2019 through the present, the rigged poker scheme losses to the victims of at least $7,150,000. Bitch. Oh, Tracy said there's a whole nother indictment for 5 or 6 of them with a whole different kind of gambling scheme. My God. Is it in this same document, Tracy? Because I think we got the gist of this. And then they have the different counts. Bitch. Is it another document? Hold on. Let me see if Tracy done sent me something else. Okay. Never mind. No, it's a whole separate case. Do you want it? No. I mean, it's dealing with the NBA people. I think we got the gist of. You said it's a whole different scheme. We can do that another day, child. Baby, I still gotta. Oh, y'all all in my email. I still gotta. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Tracy, if you have it, send it to me. If you don't have it, don't go look for it. Oh, there's the indictment for betting. Okay. Oh, okay. That's a whole different one. Hey, LTT, how are ya? It's a rookie. Oh, that's the other guy that got arrested. Okay, nah, I'm good. But can I say something before because we about to get off here. Can I say something though? Can I say something? I'm not saying that anybody snitched. But what I am going to say is, based on what we know about what Gilbert Arenas got arrested for, this falls right in line with what they are alleging. For example, they alleged that Gilbert Arenas was renting houses to have these illegal parties. And that what they said was happening, that they was having these illegal parties all over the United States at people's houses. Then they said the dates started in 2019 through 2023. Didn't Gilbert Arenas have them parties over the Panorama? Those dates overlap. Now, I'm not saying that Gilbert Arenas snitched. What I am saying is I wouldn't be surprised if he did. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying I would not be surprised if he did. Because this does seem to overlap. And it is clear that somebody snitched. Now, I don't know who snitched, but somebody snitched. Baby, somebody was in the back room with a pad, a pen, a Diet Coke, some McDonald's, listening to Mary J. Blige. Because, baby, somebody was singing. Baby, somebody was warming up them lungs. They, la, 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 la. Somebody singing. You understand what I'm saying? They put it in the paperwork that Jonte Porter snitched because he was in gambling debt and the mob was threatening him. Jonte took a plea deal. Gilbert was arrested next. And he said, yeah, Gilbert said he was going to snitch. Thank you, Elite Leo. Gilbert told y'all what he was going to do. Now, we know that he a troll. But Gilbert said he was snitching. Wait and see how much time he gets. Baby, this thing. Mm. 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 Baby, they said the 5 families was involved in this. That thing threw me for a little bit of a loop. I didn't know. I was not ready. Oh, this is gonna be a movie. This is gonna be Goodfellas 3. This is gonna be a movie. Trust and believe that. Oh, this is a movie ready to happen. Or even a Netflix special, like a 5-part, kind of like they did with the Fight Night. I could see this being a Netflix like series, like a 5-part episode series. You know what I'm saying? They better start watching the rivers and the construction sites. I mean, do you think it's going to go to trial or they're going to take a plea? I don't think all of those people are going to trial. I think a lot of those people are going to take a plea. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Yeah, Gilbert, but see, that's how Gilbert is. Gilbert takes everything as a joke until it ain't a joke. And these sound like some serious people that you playing games with. So he might want to go sit down somewhere and shut up. You know, what we like to call. Oh, didn't I tell Tracy? See, I told y'all she went and looked for it. Let me see. Tracy says she's sending it down, y'all. Let's look at this. I need Annie to do it. Now he might find out what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. Child. Okay, here it is. Let me see here. All right, let's see what this other one talking about. Oh, Lord. All right, let's read through this one before we get out of here, child. We ain't gonna read the whole thing. We're just gonna read enough for us to get the gist of the thing. We're gonna get the gist of the thing. Because this one 23 pages. Y'all know we ain't about to read no 23 pages. Okay. All right. The defendant, Eric Ernest, also known as Spook. See, there go Spook again. So, Spook, you got indicted twice today? Damn, Spook. Mars Farley, also known as Vez or Vino. Or Vizino. Shane Hennon, also known as Sugar. Damon Jones, also known as D. Jones. Denario Laster, also known as Peso. Terry Rozier, also known as Scary Terry. He was a professional basketball player, has played in the NBA since 2015. And he's close friends with the other defendant, Denario Laster. They've known each other since childhood. The NBA and the betting companies. The NBA was a professional. Why did they say was a professional basketball league? It is a professional basketball league. All right. I don't need to know the history of the NBA. Let's scroll. It's more co-conspirators, child. Child, we do not need to know the history of betting on sports. Scroll. Child, they explaining parlays and the betting line. Scroll. Okay, the fraudulent wagering scheme. That's what we care about. All right. In or about and between December 2022 and March 2024, the defendants, Eric, Marv, Shane, Damon, Denario, and Terry, together with others, participated in a scheme to defraud the betting companies by providing, obtaining, and using non-public information relating to NBA games to place and cause others to place fraudulent sports wagers for a profit and to launder the proceeds. Oh, excuse me. The fraudulent wagering scheme typically involved various iterations of the same patterns within a network of co-conspirators. The defendants and certain co-conspirators had access to private information known by NBA players or NBA coaches that was likely to affect the outcome of an upcoming game or individual players' performances. They provided the other co-conspirators this non-public information in exchange for either a flat fee or a share in an expected wagering profit. For the purpose of betting, the co-conspirators disseminated the non-public betting information through a network of individuals who placed bets on co-conspirators' behalf, placed wagers on their own behalf, or directed others to place wagers, all with the intention of profiting off the scheme at the expense of the betting companies. As a result, many of the wagers were placed in connection with betting lines that did not reflect or account for the private information known by the defendants and their co-conspirators rendering and wagers. Okay, so this is basic. They knew that people were hurt or weren't going to play or were going to play, how they were going to play. And so they sold that information, or they took a percentage off of what people won off of that information. Okay. And then they just give us examples of when it happened. A March 23 Charlotte Hornets game. $61,000. $107,000. $40,000. $20,000. $17,000. $12,000. $800. Child, you could have said that. You're gonna go to jail for $800. $1,500. $4,000. They're just getting into all the specifics of how much somebody scored and who scored what. Child. A March 24th, Portland Trailblazers game. April 6th, 2023, Orlando Magic game. February 9th, January 15th, Los Angeles Laker games. 2024. January 6th through March 20th of 2024, Toronto Raptors games. Damn. Baby. Spook was running this and the table games at the same time. Yeah, a couple of those. Listen, Sugar and Spook. Sugar and Spook. Baby. Somebody going to jail. Spook, it might be you just because of your name, okay? But somebody going to jail. Now, a lot of people are going to be, but some of them people going to jail. Y'all, that's my breakdown. Baby, that's a mess. Greed will definitely get you every time. Well, y'all, that's pretty much all I have for y'all today. We're going to get up out of here. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. So somebody say Beyond the Gates is good. I still ain't caught all the way up. I think I am. Today is Thursday. I think I'm watching. I can tell y'all what episode I'm on now. Hold on. Because I'm still not caught all the way up. But let me tell y'all what episode I'm on. I just finished watching. Oh, okay. So I just finished watching Friday's episode earlier today. So I'm on this week's episode. So Saturday we're gonna break. Saturday, JB and myself are going to do the breakdown. And I'm gonna see if Treese can join us because we got a lot to talk about, honey. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Thank you again, Tracy. Thank you, my love.